Well, hey everybody, we are here. I want to kick it off with a little happy music, so enjoy it. It's kick-ass music, y'all. I hope you can hear it because I really dig this tune. Yeah, can you hear it? Okay. We know how to beat some shit. We know how to beat trash can tops with the hey ho, hey ho. Oh, let me get my notes. Yeah, thought I would kick it off with just a little bit of Naughty by Nature. Hip hop, hooray, ho! Hi, everyone that has joined me tonight. There's some new people here, I think. Let's see. I know that Sharon Stipe is here because she was in visual arts. Lawson were here. They were the first ones here. I want to say hello to Valerie Hyde and to Nenny Isaacs, to Jaconda Thomas. Thank you all so much for coming on and helping me celebrate my birthday, Sandra Nevins. We were just talking about friends, and all mine seem to be virtual. Hey, Electra Storm. Thank you all. Hi, Desiree. It's good to see you. I thought that I asked Johnie if we could read on a couple of stupid questions. And the first one, I want to know if the January 6th committee is going to have Steve Bannon arrested. That man looks like he sleeps in his clothes. He looks like he smells like that old moldy sofa that's been down in the basement, just getting wet and just getting moldier by the day. And like he don't wipe his ass real good. So I don't know about. And that he'll wear the same underwear day after day after day. So I was just curious, instead of threatening him with arrest, I'm wondering if the January 6th committee is just going to go on and get the sergeant at arms to pay him a visit. Now I know Johnie will be on. You'll be on Becca's channel tomorrow because it's her birthday. Is it her birthday? The 17th.
It's the 17th or 18th.
It's the 17th.
Whose channel are you on tomorrow night, Johnie? On Sunday night, I mean. What's the day? Oh, yeah, Sunday. Whose channel?
Mine.
Yours? Okay. Well, you guys know where to find him and Jen Lynn and Becca. And I'm so glad that Johnie and Adrian joined me tonight because They were with me when I first began this journey of madness. And without them, I don't know, I might still be talking about starting a YouTube channel. Adrian was the one that made me commit to it. So, yeah, my question is, will the January 6th committee arrest Steve Bannon? I'd love to see that smirk get off his face. So I'm still only doing 2 cards. And the first one is the 2 of Swords. Yeah. He's trying to, I think this probably represents him trying to say executive privilege, which don't mean a damn thing, because you're not an executive and neither is the toxic toupee any longer. So that ain't working, son. And I think too, he'll probably try to go in and plead the fifth or do some dumb shit like that, you know? And on the bottom, wow, on the bottom is the 5 of Swords. That's all the stealing and shit that they did. All the stuff, all the money they stole, all the stuff they stole. I mean, I would really, really love to see them. They're just stealing it right in front of our faces, you know? So then the next cup is the Ace of Cups. So I really feel like justice, this might be a yes card for me, that they will actually not threaten him, but go on and arrest that ass. He might have to worry about a thing or two. How close am I? How did I do? Oh, expert readers and readers.
Just fine.
Wow, thank you.
If you have your 5 of Swords, someone may be exerting their will or exerting their force. And so maybe they'll make an example out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they need to. I would love to see the smirk just leave his face. You know, I would
You
love
need to do
that.
I mean, you have people basically thumbing their nose at your commission because you're not an example out of nobody. So
yeah, they're thinking that they're not going to do anything because they haven't done anything in the past, that they don't have any teeth. And so now the people are getting tired of it. I'm telling y'all, Democrats, don't ask me for another dime if y'all don't get it together and start doing some shit. This is some hardball. This ain't playtime. Y'all want to be ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to learn how to get some thug in you and go on in and take care of this boy, because he's telling people to pick up arms and civil war. You know, he's talking about a war and stuff. Arm yourself. Get ready. Now, the other one I want to read on is Corey Lewandowski. Another, just a creep. You know, he is just a vile man, but apparently he is proud of his penis size. He calls himself the Hammer. So I want to know, how big is it?
like Fisher Price Hammer or like Home Depot?
Huh? He says, you know, I guess he said he got the equipment. I wonder if it's just his imagination.
I mean, okay.
It's a stupid question, I know.
No, but here's the thing. It's like one of them things, I'm smart because. If you got to tell everybody, then
you're not smart.
It's usually, if you got to tell everybody, it's usually not so.
It's because how we gonna verify? Number one, number two, who else cares except the person that get to see it all the time?
Right.
Like, what they got to do with me? They ain't paying a single light bill around this house.
No, but I know that they kicked him off the re-election committee or something because he insulted one of the donors, you know, and it's all about money. You can't, and it was a big donor, so he can't, you know, you can't be on the team if you fucking with the money now. You can't be messing with the church's money. That's our job. Mm-mm. Well, I got death. I don't know. Maybe it's all in his fucking mind. I don't know. I don't want to know for real, but I'm just wondering because he's been bragging about it. Can you imagine meeting somebody like that? Oh, Adrian, how are you doing? I really am happy that you decided to join me. You look like you've had quite a day.
No, I'm just watching. You haven't, I'm just watching.
We're here for you. You do your thing. We here.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy that you decided to come on, that you decided to join me.
Wait, pull another card though. Don't pull one card.
You
Pull
just
another
pulled one
card.
card. Finish the reading. What is it?
Oh, finish
Big?
his peen size.
Yeah.
Pull another card. Give two at
More
least.
cards. Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull another one. He too. He too is pretending. I don't think his dick is that hard. I mean that big anyway, but he's
Freudian slip.
He's not really wanting us. He's talking some shit, I think. You know, it ain't that
Maybe
large. Show me. Huh?
You may be going through a crisis.
Mm-hmm.
That death
Going
that sort of
a man crisis.
He wants to appear maybe more virile and more man-like. He probably is going to the gym, lifting more than he used to.
Yeah,
and all that.
I just can't imagine.
He's probably going to get a fast car or a big truck or something else like that.
Yeah, he's going to get, and it's going to be a big red car. It's got to be red in color and have a whole lot of horsepower.
He might as well write, "I'm a little boy" on the side.
And then the next card is the Eight of Cups. So I think he's lying. He's walking away. You know, he's walking away from it. It's nobody cares, Corey. The lady doesn't care. She's married. I wonder what her husband is thinking about your ass. And I don't know why the Page of Wands kept popping out.
Little boy.
Little boy. Little boy energy.
I said Fisher Price at Home Depot. Little boy.
Yes, little boy. Little boy. Did you all have any kind of withdrawal when Facebook went out? I read that there were people who were getting headaches and their nerves got really bad because they couldn't get on social media and whatnot. That to me is just crazy. I realized that I needed to leave it alone several years ago when I got up at 8 in the morning and got on Facebook, and I was there till 8 that night. So I figured this was a time waster, you know.
I would judge if I wasn't the exact same, but with YouTube.
Me too.
I watch YouTube from sun up to sundown.
Yeah,
I like that with TikTok.
Me too. I do watch a lot of YouTube. I really do. I watch YouTube more than I watch anything else, any streaming services.
I pay for Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime. YouTube is free, and yet I'm on there all the time.
Majority of it.
Exactly. I have YouTube. I have Hulu and Netflix and Acorn TV because I really like the mysteries that they show. But I'm on YouTube a lot more than I am on any of those things that I'm paying for. I am checking out the series, the new series. I think it's on Fox called People Like Us, about wealthy, well-to-do bourgeois blacks living in Martha's Vineyard. And a young woman whose mother was once a cleaner is coming back to Martha's Vineyard to start a line of hair products or something like that. And so I've only watched one of them, but it's the way that they're treating her because she's not one of them. You know, we can be as nasty to each other as any white person can. There's a group, the black bourgeois are just that. You know, they're just bougie. Now this I thought was just plain stupid. And this is those NBA players, I think it was 19 of them, running an insurance scam and bilking the insurance company out of something like $4 million.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, well, let me tell you, they're like ex-players. Mm-hmm. And they got popped because somehow or another they scammed the insurance company out of $4 million. But they got busted because of misspellings on their invoices and because they had their girlfriend, Laquita, hooking up the invoices, and on one of them they had every last one of them getting the same procedure done on the same day. So they got popped $4 million. They got popped because Laquita didn't know how to use spell check. or she didn't know how to go into Word and pull her down an official look at the invoice. Oh my God. I thought y'all are some dumb asses, and now you are going to go to where? Jail. You're going to prison. You don't.
It's not worth
It's not the brightest
You
thing.
all were NBA players. I would think that you have some kind of money, you know?
But people with money always want more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then, I mean, if you get accepted to the NBA, you're not making LeBron money unless you're in LeBron's position.
I think so.
When you just get a spot on the team, you could be making $60,000, $70,000 a year, which you can get at a regular job somewhere.
Yep.
And so they tend to want, especially if you ain't used to nothing and you act like you ain't got no damn sense. You get in there and you want more. And then more leads to more, and then more leads to greed and greed.
And now they're going to the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And now our boy, R. Kelly, it seems that being called guilty on 9 counts of all of his stuff was quite a surprise to him, because he actually thought he was going to get off. But now what he's saying is, I'm willing to talk. I know some other folks that did the same thing I'm doing. I'm thinking, damn.
Post some cards if you would. I've done a reading on him already.
Oh, R. Kelly.
It'll come out this month somewhere.
Okay.
What's going to happen to him going forward? That's what I want to know.
Okay. What's going to happen to R. Kelly?
Because here's my thing before you even start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guilty. We know it. You know it. You married a 15-year-old girl back in the day. Like, did nobody see that? But okay, fine. So we know you're guilty and you've been found guilty. Boom, gavel down. It seems to me now you want to talk because you think that might lessen your sentence somehow. You still stand in jail, going to jail, like Arcade. Go for it.
You still got another case you got to catch.
Yeah.
You still got to go through the Chicago one, and let's talk about what other states are still cooking up cases and charges.
Oh Lord, I forgot about all that.
Oh yeah, he's not
Georgia
done. I mean,
been working on the case too.
Is going to spend. Well, he abused a young boy. He might be right at home where he is.
Where is he now? Serving time?
He's in New York right now.
In New York.
So he got Chicago and Atlanta.
Chicago and Georgia's working on cases.
But I think that that Chicago is pretty much waiting for him. So I don't know.
Get used to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he thought he could just. I don't know if any of you listened to this channel called The Plainest Jane. She really did a great job of reading the documents and keeping you on point about what was happening in court. And some of the testimony was just cringy. It was just cringy. And you got to wonder, I wonder why the parents and the ones that helped him do this aren't also being charged, the enablers.
That's what Chicago was going to do too. It was once they get R. Kelly, then they were going to, people in his entourage, they were going after them as well.
Oh, good. They deserve it because they were enablers. They helped him get these girls. So what does R. Kelly's future look like? Shit, you don't have to read the cards and know it's pretty fucking bleak.
Not a good look.
I mean, but play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yes, you do, because he was what?
It for so long though. I mean, the PP tape came out my sophomore year in college. I've been out of college over 20 years.
Remember when Dave Chappelle did a bit on the Chappelle show?
Piss on you.
I want to piss on you. Mm-hmm. Woo, woo, woo. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't all they were doing. I mean, not only were they pissing, he had one child eat feces. I mean, just sick shit. So what is his future?
Oh yeah, because he had a house in Atlanta where he kept
That's
women,
right.
and so they
Compound.
yeah he had died. That was
He
a
sure
really good
did.
documentary. I remember watching, and they've been trying for years. Those women trying to press charges against him.
Yep.
Mm.
And
And
get
they and I think some parents tried to press charges, but their daughter wasn't really keen on leaving. I think she is one of the young girls that wanted to stay there.
break.
So I think his current condition, this looks like prison bars to me. I'm just going to look at it and say he's in prison. He's not wanting to think about it. He don't want to know about it. He would love maybe to bust loose, but you're done, son. You're done. And all your wealth, you used to have all that wealth, all that respect. It's gone. It's gone. I mean, you can't take away his talent. Cat is a fabulous songwriter. We cannot take that from him. And there were women who were falling out, who were protesting, who said that he had been set up. So he still has his following. He still has women who think that he's innocent and that all of this is bull crap. But hey, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way, I kind of feel for him because I really think he needs some professional help. Uh, However, people get wealthy, they get famous, and I think some of them really do think that they can get away with anything they want to do. They have the expensive mouthpieces, and the attorneys come and get them out of trouble. I mean, I think Ti and Tiny is still in some kind of trouble. I think they got some people coming after them too. So
But they know
word.
how to read. I always wondered how wealthy was R. Kelly. He does not own any of his
Doesn't own
music.
his masters, and here's the
Did
sad
he
part.
own his publishing at all?
No.
No, and all that most of those songs he wrote.
Yes.
And let's back up. You're not alone. There are so many songs that he wrote for other artists. He doesn't
Yeah.
own the
Jackson
masters.
He doesn't own them.
7. Like he's across the board written songs for all kinds of genres.
Yeah,
Yes, he has.
he doesn't own it.
I mean, I Believe I Can Fly was just a
I
beautiful
forgot
song.
about
That was
Believe I Can Fly.
Don't own that either.
I used to like him. I really did.
Hmm.
And then I got to thinking when he did Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, he might have been telling us something then. That was when he was with
Of course
Aaliyah.
he was.
Yeah, he was writing about it. Electric Storm says they are greedy, and Desiree Roboto says, "Well, he better stay trapped in that closet now because Mr. Big is not going to help him." No, no, Daddy's been outed. He has been outed, and one of the things that I really wondered about was if the abuse of the young boy had the same kind of gravity that the use of the young girls did, because sometimes it's an unfair world in that a lot of women. I mean, when we see a man abusing little girls, that we go all the way in on them, but somehow, if it's a young boy or something, we don't seem to stand up for them as much. But to me, abuse is abuse, and it doesn't matter.
Can't
And
touch
then when the young man came forward, was like, "Oh no, he wouldn't do nothing like that." Lord Jesus, Jesus, keep me near the cross. Keep me near the cross. Um, I want to talk a little bit about Benny before he comes on. It's about 9:23, and I know Johnie has to go, and I know Adrian, you have to split too. But I want to thank you both so much for coming to spend some
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I really appreciate it. I was beginning, because I think one of the only days that really matters to me is my birthday. I can forego a lot of things, but I realized too that with all the stuff that's going on in people's lives, I really didn't expect anybody to really like want to celebrate it the way I wanted to. So I've decided I'm going to celebrate until my next one coming up, because the next one will be a milestone.
Well, here's the thing. You need to celebrate as if the next one isn't coming up. Not because you're going to say it's not, but because live each moment, celebrate, go big. You are blessed to be here. So
Amen.
Big.
Amen. We all are really, because right now somebody is gasping for air. Mm-hmm. Somebody didn't make it today. So you are absolutely right. We need to make each moment in our lives count. Yeah. And I thank you for those wise words. And I guess all of you who are here know about Adrian's products. So go on her website and get the healing oils. And I mean, that pain, I have to get some more of the pain be gone, and that cracks and crevices you gave me a sample of, I'm scraping the edges out. After I saw that, I would put it aside. I love the way it smells, and I love the way it makes my skin feel. So I will be going on the website myself to pick up some products, and you all do the same, because there's something very special about a shaman creating healing oils. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. And check your Cash App.
Okay.
And then go buy yourself something pretty.
Go buy myself something pretty.
Check your Cash.
All right.
You ain't got but one birthday. Might as well enjoy it.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Wait, let me see. It hasn't come through yet. Oh, yes, it has.
It has. I sent it earlier today.
Thank you. I didn't even see it. I didn't even check it. Thank you so much.
You are most
I appreciate it. I'll
yes,
go get me some wine. Yeah, thank you so much. That's very thoughtful. And Johnie, thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow on your channel for that great time. I want to say, girl, y'all cracked me up last night. Adrian, you tell some funny stories, girl. You have had. I'm still thinking about the titty money. Because I do the same thing.
When he pulled out that spray bottle out of his titty, I was done.
I mean, listen.
I was done.
That tickled me so, because I've done the same thing. I always said I was not going to be that girl. I would not be putting money in my brassiere.
When did he even get the bottle? I didn't even see him put the bottle. I was so freaking done. I was just like, I can't with Johnie. I
know. I had a girlfriend who had huge breasts, and she put like a fifth of liquor. We were out, and she went in her bra and pulled out a fifth of liquor, and we didn't even know it was there. It's like, damn, big ups to you. Yeah.
Well, Jace, again, I mean it most sincerely. I wish you a fantastic birthday. Sending you tons of love and prayer, sending tons of positive light, love, and energy to everybody in the chat. And thank you guys for coming to support Jace tonight for her birthday. And Jace,
yes, thank you all.
You should put your Cash App or your PayPal info in the chat so people can, if they want to send you a birthday gift, they can.
I did. I put it in at the top, but I can certainly drop it in there again. All gifts are appreciated.
Their love, but I'm gonna drop off. I'm
gonna listen while I walk down the street.
All right, Johnie, you be careful.
I'm gonna listen while I continue to set up some get myself out of Mercury retrograde has crashed some
Oh,
technology.
girl.
So,
I've been very, very
reset
impatient.
those and listen. So happy birthday, love and hugs to you. Thanks for the invite.
Love and hugs to you too.
Bye
To
bye.
both of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And here we are. It's just us, and Benny ought to be coming on pretty soon. I'm going to put my Cash App in and my PayPal for any of you that would like to. I mean, it's kind of what do you say? It's like I'm really like selling, right? When I started this channel, I didn't come on here thinking that I would be getting any kind of money. I came on here because it was just so much fun to be able to come on and do it. And I got off to a grand start, and then I kind of got lost in the sauce because it was like, I don't know what I want to say or what I want to do now. And because we have so many wonderful people who are discussing politics and who are just very knowledgeable in what they do. And I was just pissed off. I spent a whole lot of time being angry when I first started the channel because I was just so done with this man, and I didn't understand how he could still be walking around and like free. Like, I still don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. So I had to check myself because I was angry most of the time. But I see that Benny is here, so I'm going to put him in. Hey, Ben.
Chase, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Are you putting on your makeup like now?
No.
No, you were like.
Oh, I was sweating, so I took some of the sweat off. You can see
you were just
that?
like actually, yeah, I did.
Oh, no.
You're actually.
Hi, everybody in the chat, this is Benny Rietveld, and I'm so proud to be his friend.
No.
I did not know he was, what did he get, 8 Grammys? Oh, my God.
Yeah, well,
That's
I mean,
fabulous.
it was just on that one album, Supernatural.
Well, 8 Grammys are 8 Grammys, Benny. You're so modest.
Oh,
You're so
thank you.
modest.
Yeah, look great. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been with Santana for what, 25 years?
Yes. I actually, yeah, maybe a little more actually. I
Yeah.
started in 1990, and then I took a 5-year break, and then came back in 97. Yeah.
Well, I remember you when you were in Hawaii, and then you weren't there. And then I turned on Crush Groove and you were there. I'm thinking with Sheila E. And I thought, oh, there's Benny. When did he sneak out of Hawaii? You know?
Yeah, it was 83. Yeah. So I think we just missed each other or something.
Yeah, we did. At that time, though, there was so much great music on the island. So many
heck yeah,
great
man.
bands. I mean, you could go anywhere and hear
Azure, Tennyson, and
hear great music. Well, I want you to tell me about what it was like to work with Miles Davis, because I remember when I watched him in an interview, and he said, I haven't seen nothing new, you know. And wasn't Robin Ford one of the people that he pulled in at one time?
That was before me. Yeah.
Yeah, he was looking for something new, and I remember getting into a discussion with a woman who was angry because now you could kind of do a 2-step. You could dance to Miles, and they were thinking
That's good. That's good.
I thought I loved that bass line. Doom, 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 boom, 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 doom.
I mean, that's a lot of music music is for feeling. So
I mean, what are you mad about? She said it's nothing but noise. I said, but it's Miles making noise, girl. What's wrong with you? What was it like to work with him?
It was great. It was. I'm sorry, I'm really completely wiped out from the tour and then last night's show. So
you were on the road?
Yeah, I was on the road for about a month.
And
then came back. And then came back and then did that show I did at the Baked Potato last night.
Last night.
So I'm like a little
I
bit
won't
wiped
hold
out.
you long because I know
No, no,
what
just
that
that
feels like.
I probably sound even more like spacey than I normally do.
I don't think you're spacey. I think you're
Oh
a lot
heck
of
yeah!
fun.
Oh heck yeah!
I think
Well,
you're a lot of
spacey is
fun.
fun, whatever.
We've had a lot of fun. I enjoy you tremendously.
Likewise.
So,
So
Miles, was he as moody as people would say was?
no, I mean, maybe I can't speak to any of the other years. The 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s, but I don't know. I thought he was cool. I mean, I was, it was like being in a dojo, where there's a sensei and definitely, that was like, well, I better keep my shit together, but, and he was serious, of course. He was
Yeah,
always, but it was because he was really about, okay,
committed to the music.
the music, it's all it
Yeah,
is, just be there, in present in the moment all the time, and so he didn't have a lot of patience for bullshit,
yeah.
but that's what people, think that, oh, it's too terrible, and it's not. And
Well, no.
he was actually really fun and actually funny. So
How did you get
I
that
laughed a lot.
gig?
Because of the Sheila E. thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
The
Queen,
story.
Sheila E. Baby.
Yeah, well, the story that I heard. I mean, I don't. You know how these things are. They're stories. But what I think happened is that, excuse me, he was looking for, a bass player, and he wanted somebody from that kind of Minneapolis camp or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess supposedly Prince and Sheila, he reached out to them, and they supposedly said, I had just left Sheila's band, and they said, maybe you should try this guy, because he, whatever. So because I was playing with Sheila E,
Yeah.
and because I was in Crush Groove. I don't know.
Right. You were a star.
Oh no, not really, but
No, I always thought you were very
but I was
humble.
part of it. I didn't know that it was going to be like kind of a cult, breakdance and hip hop film. So
Yeah.
it was great, and I actually, it was really lucky for me. I got to see like Fat Boys and like Curtis Blow like way back,
Yeah.
man. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow. So for a little dirthead, like skinny kid from Hawaii, I was like, wow, this is fucking great.
You began with piano when you were very young.
Yeah.
When did you decide that you wanted to play a bass? When did you connect with that instrument? Because I love the bass. I like acoustic, upright. I just love the bottom, and I like a whole lot of it. It might be because I have a whole lot of it, but I really love the sounds of bass lines,
Everyone loves the bottom. I mean, wait, what did I?
We talking about?
Wait a minute. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
yes. In fact, everyone just but everyone responds to low end because that's the part that, like, some of it you don't even hear. When it gets below a certain frequency level, you don't hear it. You actually feel it.
It feels, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's what makes our bodies respond physically to music. It's what makes us move, makes us shake our other bottom,
Yeah.
So, all the lyrics and the higher notes feed our head and feed our hearts, but the low end is all about, like getting the head bob and having people dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. And everyone listens to the bass for the anchor, when people are going crazy, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
It's there. A good bass player should be still there, and they can hear where the time is and also where the tonality is,
Yeah.
So
I love it when I feel the rumble. I've worked with guys that can just, it feels like it's like a buzz or something. I really get like a high from it. I love that.
Because it's movement. It's reaching your.
Keisha Harris says, "Hi, Benny." One
Hi,
of the people in
Keisha.
the chat. The chat. I really do. I knew when I was about 3 or 4, I was hooked on Sarah Vaughan, and my favorite was really Gloria Lynn, because she just had such a soulful sound. And I decided I was going to be a jazz singer. Now, I had several people try to pull me out of there. Oh, yeah, you want to be broke?
Don't do it.
Yeah, right. Don't, I remember having a conversation with Tom Waits, and he thought I should go into, the kind of Talking Heads thing. What was that kind of
kind of punk or new wave kind of thing?
Yeah, new wave stuff. He thought, yeah, girl, you need to try that. It was like, I didn't connect with it though. It just
it's never going to ring true to people if you don't connect to it.
No, and you're right. You're right.
So it's better to just do what you need to do. That's the way to do it. Otherwise, if you're not feeling it, then your audience
isn't going to feel it. And that's what I tell my voice students, that you can like the way someone sings, but you need to love your voice, because there's already one Beyonce, there's already one this, one of that, one Toni Braxton, whatever your favorite singer is, but you have to love your voice, and you have to sing any of their songs like it's your tune.
You kind of got to own it.
It can be done.
It can't. Some songs are like it's really hard. I know there's some people that do another person's song, and if that guy owns it, then it's like, how can you even think of doing it?
Yeah.
But I, of course, a masterful singer can make it their own.
Yeah.
So even check out with Shaka Khan, man. It's just
the Queen, baby,
owned. How can anybody own Diamonds Are Forever? Because everyone thinks, and what's her name?
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey, she owned that, right? But then she does it on her Classic Con album, and it killed. So I was like, well, okay, but that's, so.
Yeah,
but that's a good point. You got to learn to really accept
you have to love your sound.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because to me, I really love voices that are very unique.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to be pretty. I like distinct voices,
Yeah.
When Macy Gray was all the rage, I loved her because she was having fun with it. She didn't take herself seriously.
Yeah.
And you could tell that she was like having a lot of fun with the music, and her voice. I thought at one time I couldn't distinguish who was singing what at one time. It just sounded like all the chick singers all sounded alike.
Right.
And you get a person like Shaka who can take a song and twist it and bend it and flip it, and I call it Shaka-fine. She'll turn the tune inside out,
Yeah.
Those I like those distinct. I like distinction.
And the thing, the thing is about Shaka is that she often is like on higher notes, a little pitch flat,
a little below,
just a little bit below. But man, it's just perfect. I mean, I don't know how
it fits. It's like it fits.
People, I don't know. It really touches you. So
I know.
That's what I mean. Perfection is not what it used to be.
No. I like. I just think today, though, that I hunger for those voices where you can point or hear a voice and say, that's so and so singing it. I don't know that is happening these days. I guess there are some.
It probably is. My son probably knows, all these newer bands that are coming up, and I know that there's some people that are. There's always people that are, but it's harder nowadays to, kind of. There's that noise floor of just, okay, let's shove this sound down everyone's throat, and the individual has a harder time breaking through. But hopefully,
I think singers are like like painters. You're telling a story, and just as a painting has different colors and hues and textures, it is you have to bring that to a song. I've heard, like with Black singers, I know a lot of times when I was young and coming up, I liked the sound of those ladies I was telling you about, Sarah Vaughan. I mean, one of the biggest compliments I had is when I sang a tune and someone thought they heard her singing and they thought it was me, and I thought, oh yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
But I didn't touch Aretha's stuff because I never did have that. I only do a couple of her tunes because I can handle them. But to me, she was in a league on her own. And even though I grew up in the church and sang in the church, I never had that gritty church sound that so many sisters do have,
So
and
it's
for
okay.
a while, I
Yeah.
was feeling some kind of way about it. It's like, shit, working to try to get it is that's just not.
No, I think some of it, like I'm much more interested in singing these days too.
Oh,
And
really?
I even sing at my gigs, but I'm not a singer, but I enjoy it. It's a different part of my music making apparatus or whatever you want to call it. And I always respected singers anyway, but now even more so because it's just, that's a different part, like, I don't know, of stuff you have to open up in yourself to put forth. That's crazy, So
Yeah.
So I all respect to singers that actually go out there and can sing a song and get into people's hearts. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
I love it when that happens, and I'm proud to say I've had on more than one occasion. I've had people tell me how they were moved or touched by something I sang, and I'm really kind of I'm one of these people that will listen to myself and pick it apart, just.
Of course, yeah, we're all screwed up, like, that was terrible,
Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh my God, did I? That really sucked.
But then, and then you probably have, probably at the same time you're thinking that somebody comes up to you and say, "Oh my God, that was up here."
Exactly.
So you're like, "Oh, okay."
Exactly. And I'm thinking, ugh.
Yeah. So we can't.
Thank you.
We can't trust ourselves. So don't try.
So, are you and Carlos out? You've been out on the road. You guys are out gigging.
Yeah, we were for a while. Yeah. So that was fun. That was good. It was the first time in 18 months. So
yeah. How did you handle that? How did that lockdown and not being able, because you reached out to me last February, I think, and said that y'all were coming to Atlanta, and I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Like, oh shit, yeah.
Miss COVID, honey, she shut all this shit down. My band had a full calendar, and in 2 weeks. Everything was gone.
I know, man. I have so many friends in the same boat. But that's behind us, and we're moving forward, and that's what counts, those that are left,
some have checked out. Chemo sends his love and blessings. Chemo,
thank you. Chemo, really?
I thought about inviting him on so you guys could chop it up a little bit.
That'd be so stupid. He lives like down the street.
That's what he said.
I know, that'd be really embarrassing. Like, oh wow.
You all need to get together and see
I know.
what
Hey,
you do.
You ain't got to tell me. I feel just horrified that I still haven't hung out with some people yet. I mean, I did see him like a couple of times, but man, it's. But then he's always gone too now.
Yeah, so, he works a lot. He's on the road with Hiroshima.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, I have big ups and props to all of my musician friends who got through this.
Yeah.
I know for a moment, I think I was a little depressed or something. It affected me. I mean, it didn't bother me that we had to shut in.
If you're a human, if you're a human, of course you're.
Yeah, but not being able to sing and then thinking about how it's affecting my bandmates who have children and it really
Yeah.
kind of broke my heart. But
Heck yeah.
things are slowly coming together. We've had like a few outdoor
Mm,
things, private party kind of outdoor
good.
stuff, and that's been nice. But the venues here, not many of them have opened up. There's one called the Velvet Note that she managed to hang on and hang in, and that's the spot where a lot of
Oh,
players. Have you heard of the Velvet Note?
no, I
Well,
think
you
you
probably,
mentioned. I
yeah,
think you mentioned. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So she managed to hang on,
Good.
but yeah, it was tough, and now we're looking for ways to get ourselves back out there again. And maybe with the new infusion of PPP loans to the shuttered venues, that there might be some more places opening up.
I hope
Now,
so.
when are you going back out? Are you going to go out on the road with your own thing, with your own music? When you going to give
I,
us some new music, Benny?
I, yeah, no, I'm going to start on an album, or actually finish it because I have some stuff already recorded. But yeah, because I do want to take a band on the road for myself,
Mhm.
but I think to do that I should have some kind of product first. I mean, it's fine to, no, it's fine to play locally and all that, but as
Yeah.
you got to have something. So I'll finish that up and hopefully, yeah, then do it next year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because I had so much fun, even though it was a lot of work. I mean, it's great because I get to do things that I don't ever get to do in a Santana band. So, and it's awesome. It's fun. And
I want to hear. I'm looking for.
yeah,
I'm gonna look to hear you sing on your stuff.
maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I did
Well,
that Christmas video.
explore.
No, I did
Huh?
the Christmas video, that song I wrote of, and that was my first time I stepped out and said, okay, well, screw it, I'll just do it, and I didn't even I sounded terrible, but I still put it out there, like, because I guess I don't have any sense, but yeah, so I've done that, so I'll do it some more. I've been taking lessons and stuff, so
Keisha's
we'll see.
calling out.
I mean, I'm never going to be like, oh, okay, somebody that some people I admire,
Yeah.
like, I know I'm not going to be, like Andy Vargas or something, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, even though I would love that, but it's not in me, or like at this
Cheers,
point
and
anyway.
having some wine.
Hey, oh man, okay, well.
Broke the wine glass, so that's why I'm like taking it right out of the bottle.
Oh my God, you sure you don't need a paper bag, a brown paper bag? What is that? Hey.
Like, I know. I thought, well, you could at least have the decency to put it in a tumbler, but it's like, what the fuck? I don't care.
Do you have any glasses anymore?
I broke.
What? Do you have only one glass? Did you have another one?
One wine glass. Yes.
Okay, everyone, we have to have I think we have to put together some kind of.
You're gonna have to put a glass fund for me,
no,
so I can
a donation
get 2 wine glasses.
So we can buy. I think you should start a GoFundMe to have a set of wine glasses.
GoFundMe so I can get like some wine glasses.
Yeah,
I don't know what happens to them. I couldn't.
They're easy to break. I know.
Yeah.
From the first time. You're watching them and then suddenly.
Right, and that was like the last one.
Which is why I actually don't have. And I don't actually have.
And then I placed it upside down, and I think it might have hit the countertop a little too hard.
Because they're so thin. You go, oh man! You look at it funny, and it goes.
But look, hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
Where did you all tour this last month? Where'd you go?
It was really cool, actually. We went to a lot of places. We started in Philly, so that was fun. I got to see an old friend, Atlantic City, and then we went to several places in Florida, and then we went to Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi, really?
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's interesting because Chemo says they play Mississippi and those.
Yeah.
He said they have really great.
It's really
the
nice.
crowd comes out for them.
We went to Brandon, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, it was really fun. Franklin, Tennessee, Chattanooga.
If you were in Chattanooga, I could have been there in an hour, 2 hours.
What?
Atlanta's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Chattanooga. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well.
So if you come back that way, or if you come here, I know I'll hear from you if you come here. But yeah, Chattanooga is just a couple of hours away.
Oh, okay. All right. That'd be awesome. Yeah, that would have been. And it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get. It was sad because I didn't get to like kind of hang out because they were telling us don't go around and hang out because we're trying to keep the whole just everybody safe.
COVID.
Yeah, so that was kind of a drag, but
yeah,
but it was cool. It's cool.
Isn't that I think one of the things that I miss the most is human touch. I like to hug. I like to get close to people that I dig. Not everybody has the keys to the kingdom. I will keep. I'm kind of standoffish, but for the people that I really dig, I miss being able to hug them and to get that good feeling, that good vibe.
I think that's why so many people are really. I don't know, maybe it's just LA, but a lot of people are just kind of really grouchy and really crabby. And I think that they don't realize it, but they're missing that kind of human connection, whether it's just, just being in the same room or hugging or whatever, just real, and people are, I see a lot of anger and grouchiness,
and they're
that might be
angry.
Yeah, there might be a part of it. I mean, and it feeds a lot of other, when people are already in a foul mood, then they think all kind of other shit, But but yeah, I mean, actual contact, is crucial
it
to human
matters.
Survival. I don't think anybody thought about it as much,
Yeah.
Because we took it for granted. It was never taken away from us. So how do you know that you need it so much, right? It's like Joni Mitchell. You don't know what you got till it's gone.
That's right. So, that's right. That's true. That is a show enough truth.
Yeah, right.
I do miss it. I do miss it.
Yeah. So we'll get it back, and that's why it was really good to see people when we were touring because they came out and because they wanted to, they needed it, I mean, I've been trying to see friends of mine, just because, I need that, So, you kind of balance it out. You make sure you're safe and blah, 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 and, all this stuff. But, it's necessary, So
are you doing a lot of stuff around LA? I love the baked potato.
The baked potato is fun. I'm not doing a lot of other things in LA, mostly because, I don't have time, but a lot of places are pay to play, or not pay to play, but you have 5 different bands in one night because they have to survive, And it's the format of music that I like to work with. It kind of requires a little bit more time, so so I don't really play those kinds of places. Not that they're bad. I think it's great for young bands to do. But yeah, so. But I love. I should get maybe one club on the west side, because Baked Potatoes way in the valley, right?
Yeah, in the valley.
So that's one like locale, and with the traffic, people. So if I should get one more venue on the west side, like in Santa Monica or whatever, and then I'll be happy. If I can just do my thing, regularly with the more or less the same people, that'd be fun.
Well, when are you hitting the road again? When are you coming out with Santana again? When y'all going out?
We're going. We're gonna do the residency in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, we did that. We already did one, and that's why I'm so tired, because we did it right before the tour. So we were 2 weeks in Vegas, and then we did this tour for 3 weeks, and it was. Then I did my show last night. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to hold you much longer because I know what that feels like. I know that every time I would go out with someone and come back, I would just crash because you're constantly on the move. And
I'm not, I wasn't used to it, because after a year and a half, I was like, oh yeah, this. Oh,
yeah. I mean, you barely get you barely get a chance to kind of bring yourself decompress before you have to get up and get going again. So I know you need your rest. However, I'll reach out. Are you going to be around anytime next week? I'll reach out to you. And
heck yeah. No, I'm here for the whole month. So yeah.
Well, I'll make sure I send you a text, and we can
absolutely
get together. I love you so much.
Love you too.
I'm so thankful that you came on to see me. I want to thank
happy birthday.
Huh?
I didn't even say happy birthday.
You didn't say, well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Another year of fabulousness, darling.
That's right. You made it another year. That's no small task.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
And still remaining positive and beautiful. That's a big accomplishment. So congratulations, and
thank you.
Many more.
I thought about that today. With so many great ones that have checked out, and just people over, when you think about this murderer, this disease that has killed over 700,000 people. You have to be thankful. You really, really do. And I thought about that a lot today. Like even today, perhaps somebody did not make it, So I am thankful. It was a quiet day. It was a reflective day. It was a beautiful day. So I got up early and I went out for a long walk and fed the birds and just kind of reflected on.
Did a Julianne?
Another year. The birds. Yeah. I do. I have bird pals. They wait for me. They wait for me to bring them food.
Chase, the bird lady of Atlanta.
Right, and the crows are really loud. It's like if I'm late, they really start.
I like the crows.
I do too. They bring messages.
Yeah, they have crows here in LA, which is like one of the only cool things about it. And I always feel like I'm in some English horror movie, it's great.
Yes. They scream at me when I'm late,
Really? See?
They really do. And they let me know that they're ready. It's time for you to bring the bread and the seeds and the nuts.
Come on, bird lady. Let's go.
My grandmother said, if you feed the birds, they'll bring you back a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sing. My sister, I talked to my sister yesterday. She says, do you have birds? I said, no, they're singing to me,
That's cool. That's great. Actually, those are the original, those things, wow, go back a ways. They
Can you imagine from being like big dinosaur type things to being reduced down to?
I mean, well, they're smarter now. See, like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my love,
all
right. Thanks again. If I were there, I would tuck you in.
Ooh, I like that. Well, when we come to Atlanta, will you tuck me in?
Yeah, right. You're always welcome. Sharon Sipe says hi, Benny. Keisha is just lovely. They're all. Desiree said it's nice to meet you, Benny.
Well, hopefully Atlanta.
Jacana Thomas says Andra Day. Yes, Andra Day is special. She is a treasure, and she has one of those voices that is distinct and soulful. I just love her. I love her. So
Well,
Yeah.
if you're saying that, then she's gotta be up
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Wow.
special.
Can't
She
wait to
really
hear.
is.
I can't wait because when I hear anything like that, it's like food. It feeds me. So, and we all
Yeah,
need that. So, we
yeah,
all
we
need
do.
that. So keep singing, you and Andra and everybody.
Everybody, yeah. Well, that's what I do. My
Good.
neighbors dig it sometimes when I'm really in the mood, and I just go for it. Just sing
Do a
songs.
house concert.
Yes, yes, yes. I may be in LA
Yeah.
over the holidays. I'll let you know in
Okay.
advance if I'm going to be there.
Well, we're going to be
Um,
in Vegas in November and December. So
well,
uh,
that Nevada is my home state, so
it is.
yeah,
Oh,
I was born
okay.
there, not in
Uh,
Vegas. I was born
but
in
yeah, November.
Reno. Yeah, so
Wow, wow, wow.
a whole different vibe than Vegas.
Yes, it is. But yeah, oh, yeah. Well, there's nothing in the world like Vegas. It's just
No, there's
such a
nothing in the world like
a
Vegas,
unique, crazy place. But
and that's
I'm
right. And
okay.
what happens in Vegas should stay in Vegas. I
But
tell
it
you.
doesn't anymore. What happens in Vegas gets tweeted immediately.
Yes, yes, yes. There's always somebody watching. I tell you, I had quite a
I
few
always
adventures in
feel like
Vegas.
somebody's watching me.
Yeah. Yes,
Um,
yes. So
I'm,
you're going to
I'm,
be in Vegas for 2 months doing the
well,
residency?
no, just two times, like 2 weeks in the beginning of November and 2 weeks in the beginning of December. So,
Oh, that's really cool. It'd
yeah,
be worth
so
the trip to come out and check you out.
you can't because it's a 4 hour drive from LA. So
I know it's 4 hours. We used to, Eloise Laws and I used to run up and down
oh,
that highway quite a bit.
whoa, that was a dangerous highway with you guys on there, man.
Yeah, where it was.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay.
My God.
Look out.
Some things you have to take to the grave. It's like you have to have one road dog that will
Oh,
never
nice.
tell,
Beautiful.
So that's
Beautiful.
my girl.
Right
She'll
on.
never, and boy, oh boy, we got up to quite a bit of mischief. So,
Yeah, I can't believe that. Wow, that's so strange.
oh yeah, what is, I would love to come back because my sister is still in the state and I really need to check on her
Come
and
on. Yeah.
see her, see
Well,
how she.
yeah. Come. You'd have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
know. And perhaps things will have lightened up a little bit and I can get that hug.
You can get lots of hugs. I'm telling you.
All right, now don't make me start booking some shit tonight.
Yeah.
Knocking on your
Do
door.
it. Do it. Do it.
How old is your son now? He must be.
He just turned 18.
Yeah, he's a man. Kinda.
He's a man technically.
Yeah.
But he's still a goofball. But of course he's awesome. I love him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, when I was 18, I would set out to conquer the world. There was.
Yeah.
I just knew that there was nothing that could stop me, and
Right.
then yeah, by
there
that age,
there still isn't.
no.
Everybody has to remember to keep pushing forward. I think it's harder these days because we think all this shit. But we have more power than we think.
Yeah.
And we have more knowledge and information than we realize. So we have to get out of our own way and let stuff happen.
Yeah,
I'm learning that all the time too. That's why.
Yeah, we have the power of the creator, of the original manufacturer. We have that power within us.
Yeah.
And that is what gives us that drive, that push. No matter what. And we have a new moon in Libra. I went out and I took a pretty picture. I love staring up at the stars, and I saw the new moon.
Big hippie.
Pretty.
It was the astrology.
I do. I love
In the
it.
moon is in the seventh house.
That would be me. It's like in Jupiter lines
I
with
I
Mars.
I fucking love that song though to
You
death
do?
to this day. Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
we are at the dawning of Aquarius.
I thought
Or
that was like
we're
in the
in
70s.
Aquarius, aren't we?
Aren't we past that or something? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, that was in the 70s, isn't it? They passed the dawning of the
Right.
age of
Yeah,
Aquarius.
it's taken us that long to get here. Taken from the 70s to
I
now
don't
for us to
know.
get there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't happen overnight. It's taken time.
Okay. I don't know.
Lots
Well,
of
I don't know
time.
how these things roll, so you gotta explain it
Yeah, I will.
in
And
depth.
at the end of, I like to always pull a card, an oracle card.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, well, it just says faith.
What?
This
Oh,
one says
I
faith.
can't see it.
Well, I know I'm horrible at this.
Yeah, you put it by the camera. You know where the oh wow.
Do I know where the camera is? Do you see it now?
Yeah, you should hold it up closer though. There you go.
It says faith.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. And so that to me is, when I think about faith, it is to me heavenly currency. It is trusting in the unseen. It goes hand in hand with trust. Hope is what drives our faith.
Mhm.
So I tell my people that stick with me through this to trust in your dreams, trust in your imagination.
Yeah.
Everything that we experience began from someone else's imagination.
It's
So-
funny that was the title of my first album that I released, whatever, 20 years ago, whatever. It was called Mystery of Faith. And
I
took
know, and I love that. I love that. It's a beautiful tune also.
Well, it's from my childhood, in the church, and they would say that, and it was like, that's a heavy concept,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
something, and it's not just faith in a religion or whatever people think faith is, but it's also like everything you just said, basically, like trust in yourself,
Yeah.
and it's like, and the things that are unseen, it's like, and what more unseen power is we have, like music,
Yeah.
because that's invisible, but you do music somehow, whatever you play or sing, and it's invisible, but people react really strongly sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because it's invisible, and it's, that's amazing.
That's the power of music.
Yeah, that's
Music
amazing.
can agitate. It can calm you
Yeah,
down.
absolutely.
It can do it's healing. Music. The power of music to heal is absolutely amazing.
Yep.
I saw a video where this woman was ill, and this shaman or this holy man came, and he had a bass, and he laid it on her body, and he bowed the bass, and it calmed her body down and actually healed her. I mean, seriously, there is a lot of healing power in music, because it does affect your subconscious. It not only affects the giver, but it affects the audience. It gets into the subconscious. That's why when you hear people playing dark, heavy, negative kinds of music, and they want to go out and do dark things, it's because this thing has gotten inside of them. So I think it's incumbent upon anybody who is in music to be aware of that. And
aware of how it's more of a power than they realize.
Yeah. You have a responsibility. I mean, even in the Bible, the singers are the ones that went out first when it was time for war. The singers came, and then came the musicians, and then came the warriors. So there's power in what we do. And
I mean, why do you think? I mean, everyone's trying to weaponize music. All the bad people. I mean, look at this Bob Marley situation with two political parties. Realizing, wow, what kind of power is that? That's like magic, and they're all fighting to take advantage of this shit,
That to me is I think that's the safe place. I think music.
Yeah.
Like,
but but it's a heavy power. And I don't think musicians don't even realize it. And it, like any other superpower, it can be misused and mishandled, and you can really seriously get fucked up.
Yeah.
So you have to have a lot of inner strength to really keep doing music and keep doing it well.
Yeah.
So,
I tell my students, if you have to love it.
Yeah.
Because you may never get the accolades. If you're doing it because you want to get rich and you want to get famous, then you just need to go get you a 9-to-5 or something.
Yeah.
You have to do it because you love it, because it's not always going to be ego gratifying. You probably,
especially if you're a bass player. Let me tell you about no ego gratifying, okay?
I don't know why. I think the bass, I just love
because it's invisible. It's like, it's the unseen force. You know how in a movie you have to have the actors and all that, and you have to have the cinematographer who's not seen, but he has to make it look good, and nobody knows who they are, but it's all a team, it's like, that's what the singers are for. They're to be the face and the voice and deliver those words and grab people's hearts, and we're supposed to just, provide that support so people can do their thing to the best of their ability, and that's like a team, and that's the whole point,
Yeah, so. but the bass, Stanley Clarke, Victor Wooten, a lot of cats came out and it became a front instrument,
which is great. And the thing is, but there's still, they'll tell you too, the first job is to be a foundation.
Yeah, the foundation.
And then be the foundation for the house, whatever, but then, it's great when I see all of these guys that are doing this crazy shit, it's like, wow, and they're pushing the instrument forward, which is always a good thing. But as far as that instrument will go, the function of actual bass is always going to be a foundation thing.
Yeah.
That's it, so.
I love it. I just love
Me
it.
too.
And I think if I were going to play an instrument, it would probably be a bass.
Oh, I'm sure you'd be
I started in piano, but I'm just not coordinated enough to play and do anything else. I was one of those kids that would look at my hands because I love to see them dance across the keys. And I don't have, again, I would get totally lost if I were trying to play something and sing something. I have to do one thing at a time.
One thing, please.
Yes, just let me just tell the story. And I'll leave all that up to the professionals.
Right.
Like my baby Chemo, I loved working with him.
Oh, yeah.
He's the singer's dream,
Yeah, and that's another art form in itself. Besides the fancy stuff, like knowing how to play behind a singer is a specialized art form. I tell my son that all the time, that learning to not get in the way and allow them to do their best, like knowing how to voice things so that, you can hear, it's not crazy, some kind of other kind of voicing where you can't find the pitch as well, knowing how that works is pretty special. So.
It really is, because there are a lot of young musicians who don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
they want to, they want to show their talent.
Of course, and
I understand
the natural thing.
I get
it's the whole thing.
I'm glad of that. But but you are when the singer is up, you are her foundation. You are her. It's like I put on my beautiful coat, and that's what you all do. You cloak me, so that I can do my bit.
So you don't have to worry about, oh wait, where's the time, or oh wait, where's the key, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
So you can just not have to think about that.
That's it. You just get a chance to hit, and oh boy, when it's hitting good.
Oh heck yeah! Wow,
yeah,
that's why we do it.
Yeah. I had a car accident when I lived in Hawaii one night. It was good. We had a good night. We were playing in Michael Paulo's family room. The the band, and
Wow.
Don Ho had come to see us, and
Wow.
it was a great show. And I'd been working on getting this high E above high C,
Dang, girl.
and I was driving, and I finally nailed it.
Oh.
And in slow
Oh my
motion,
God.
I went up on the center thing into a lamppost, and I was in an MGB convertible. So
wow, you dodged a big bullet there, girl.
yeah, but child, I'm gonna tell you something. Glenn Go told me, he rest in peace and power, and Chemo and those cats. I was back up on that stage.
Wow.
I had my cast airbrushed, and they would get me
No
up and down
shit.
the stage.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop. Everyone was kind of concerned because my head, had a concussion. I was concussed, so the head was swollen.
Yeah.
Oh, child, look,
you're lucky,
I
girl.
put on a turban or something and just kept right on going. I didn't stop.
Turban. I like to see that.
Yes, I know how to wrap like the African kind of turban, so that's what I did. I wrapped my head.
Oh, cool. All right.
Put on makeup. My feet were pedicured. My toes were pedicured, and my cast was airbrushed. Yeah, and nice. So the show must go on. And
where was that?
That was in Honolulu.
I know, but what club? What place?
What was Michael Paulo's family? What was that room that Renee, his
dad? It's a Kahala Hilton.
It was in the.
That's the one. That's the one I know, because they may have jumped around, but
yeah,
I thought it was a place in a Kahala Hilton, like some.
Yeah, they were down below though. They weren't in the. They weren't on in the. It was their own room. Well, that was the way it was in a lot of places in Hawaii.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, and it was a great show, and the word was getting around. And
nice.
I remember that night I was on stage, and Don Ho came, and he walked by and he touched the hem of my garment, and that was when I hit that high E. Woo! Driving in the car.
Wow.
It was like, damn.
And it's funny because now I'm always singing in the car, and I swear to God, I keep thinking, man, chill out, because sometimes you're trying to hit a note and you
close and that's all it
eyes.
takes.
I go, what are you doing? I keep telling myself, what are you doing, dude?
That's all it takes. Because I don't even know how long my eyes were closed.
It'd be like a split second.
Seconds. Yeah, when I knew anything, the car was on top of me.
Jeez.
And all I could see were feet. And I knocked on the window and asked, I could hear heartbeats too.
Wow.
And I knocked on the window, and a policeman looked in and said, "Hang on to the steering wheel, ma'am. We're going to turn the car over."
Holy moly.
Turn the car over.
Wait, what about me?
It was like I was crazy. They said she's in shock because I didn't even know. I didn't know what happened. I just realized that I was on pavement, on the street pavement. It was rain. It rained, so that, and I'm thinking about, I messed up my beautiful garment. It was like I tore my dress or something. It was really crazy.
Wow.
I survived it, and I had a lot of good help. There were people who really did. There was a wonderful man who would come and give me massages. He was healing and helped the bones knit and everything. Hawaii is a special place,
Yes, it is.
How did your family get from the Netherlands? You were born in the Utrecht.
Yeah.
How did you get from the Netherlands to Hawaii?
They always wanted to come to the United States, and we stopped in California for 2 years. And I think my dad got a job in Hawaii, some kind of sales job. And so, we ended up there. It's like no special circumstance. Yeah.
Have you ever visited? Have you gone home? Or, you played in Amsterdam.
I've played in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and I've never actually been to Utrecht yet for some reason we never play there. So one of these days I gotta go back, see if the hospital burned down.
Do you speak any Dutch or anything?
No, just a little bit when I go there. I the typical tourist phrases.
Yeah.
But I was raised American, so.
Yeah. We're glad that you were with us.
Yeah.
So, Benny, you get some rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shuffle off here.
I want to thank you again for hanging out with me.
Thanks for inviting me.
A very special birthday.
Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, you're one of the good ones. All right.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Thank you. So are you.
Stay safe.
I'll be in touch.
And please, take care of yourselves.
And anytime.
And stay safe and stay strong. Okay.
Huh?
Stay safe and stay strong. Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I do my best.
Yeah, I know.
I do my best.
All right. Aloha.
Aloha.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Good night. Well, ladies, y'all hang in here. I love you all. Thank you so much. Hi, Edwina Stevens. Thank you so much. I'm glad that my pal Ben came on to keep me company. We keep in touch with each other. There's some musicians that you meet, some friends that you meet, and you just become lifelong friends. And he's one of those guys and a phenomenal bass player. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to my virtual birthday party. I really appreciate it. I will see you. I'll probably see you next Saturday. I have a tentative gig. Yay! I'll be able to get out and do a little booty shaking. I'll know about it. You say it was an honor. Oh, Desiree, you're sweet. Thank you all. I mean, I don't feel like, thank you. I'm thankful. That's what I am. I'm thankful that I've met you all. I'm thankful that you support me. I really am. And at some point, I think I'm going to drop the link in the chat so that if you want to come on, we can just have a conversation and I can put a face to the name, And I just really want to let you know I appreciate you coming. It's made my birthday very special. I'm thankful to Johnie and Adrian. Catch Johnie tomorrow night again on his channel when that fabulous trio of readers comes on. And I will see you all next Saturday. Remember, faith, y'all. We got to have it. And do your best. Do your very, very, very best to keep your thoughts high. I know it gets difficult. I mean, I know it gets difficult. It gets tough for me sometimes too. But we will be the ones. Our vibe will push out all this ugliness that we're seeing and all of this divisiveness that we're experiencing. There are more, as Johnie would say, there are more of us than there are of them, and our power will prevail. And no, it doesn't look like it now. I mean, every time we turn on the news, we hear more about the shenanigans of the toxic toupee. But I tell you that his day is coming. And it's not that anybody even wishes anything on anyone. It's just karma. Johnie says she knows where karma. I say she's got your telephone number. He says karma's a bitch and she knows where you live. So we'll all be held accountable for the things we do. So that's why whatever we do in all our doing, let's do our best to do it in love and kindness and compassion, because it doesn't cost us anything to be kind to one another. Thanks again, everybody. Good night.